In the early 1600s, basic microscopes were in use throughout Europe. Gentlemen scientists were held spellbound by their ability to enlarge the universe of the very small. Then in 1665, an English scientist named Robert Hooke observed the tiny boxes in a sliver of cork and called them cells because they reminded him of the small rooms lived in by monks. Hooke's observation set the stage for our first great discovery. Anton van Leeuwenhoek was a Dutch merchant fascinated with science. Upon learning about Hooke's microscope, he decided to build one for himself. Dr. Gall. To find out what happened next, I paid a visit to Joseph Gall, a cell biologist at the Carnegie Institution in Baltimore, Maryland. Antoine Leeuwenhoek, what did he discover?
Well, Leeuwenhoek discovered quite a few things, but what he's most famous for are discovering protozoa, that is small single-celled animals that live in pond water.
How did he do that?
He did it using a microscope of his own construction. And would you like to see?
Oh, yes. You have a Leeuwenhoek microscope?
Well, not an original. I have a replica of a Leeuwenhoek microscope. It consists of two brass plates with a small piece of glass, which is the lens. And the way you use this is to put the specimen on the pin here, and then you hold your eye up very close to the lens on this side. And when you do that, you can see the point of the pin, and you can put the specimen, whether it's an insect or whatever, on that pin. Would you like to take a look at it?
Yeah. It's kind of heavy because it's brass.
Well, it's brass. He made them
In 1675, Van Leeuwenhoek was using his microscope to examine a bead of water when he observed something extraordinary. A world filled with creatures that no human had ever seen. Microorganisms. And so with this, with all due respect, primitive gizmo,
yes,
he discovered single-celled animals,
exactly.
things we take for granted
yes.
now.
What he's most famous for are discovering protozoa, bacteria, and sperm.
This thing is brilliant.
It's got a mechanical stage, it's got a focusing device, it's got all of the things that you need to look at a specimen. And it works.
Did they know what they were seeing? Do you know what I mean? Like, did they understand?
Well, I doubt that they really understood what they were seeing in the modern sense, but they were impressed that all these little things that were alive in water. I mean, people had no idea that water was teeming with organisms.
I guess I just had no idea the thing was this small and delicate, and frankly, so elegant, because it's the palm of your hand, and what you see on the tip of that pin changes the world.
It does, indeed. It was an enlargement of our understanding of the nature of the natural world, that the world out there was not just dead things, but that it was teeming with life.